There is a growing epidemic today that is really destroying not only many innocent souls within our nation, Am Yisrael, but also around the world, that's called atheism. People are constantly looking for reasons of how to go against God by disproving Him. Now, the scientific world constantly rediscovers the wheel. They redo things and they prove that the previous scientists were wrong, even though at the time they proved what they proved, everyone thought it was fact. But then we realized that fact and theory are two different worlds. Theory, in so many words, by definition, means an educated guess. It does not mean fact. As much as people like to make it seem like it's fact, it's not. And when you argue it, they usually raise their voices because that's the sign of weakness. But nonetheless, the scientific world has constantly tried to disprove God. Now, the question is why? Why do we want to disprove God? Why do we want to say that we came from monkeys, or we came from lizards, or fish, or whatever? There was one time a guy on a plane, scientist, professor, successful, had lots of money, lots of power, lots of everything, and had a son that every 5 minutes would ask him something. Abba, can I have a drink? Abba, can I have something to eat? Abba, can I get a blanket? Abba, can I this? Abba, can I this? Abba, can I? Every 5 minutes, the whole flight, he's asking for something. Of Kamenetsky was actually sitting also with his son, close. And every 5 minutes, his son says, Abba, do you need this? Abba, do you want a drink? Abba, do you want this? Abba, do you want a blanket? Abba, do you want to eat? Abba, this, Abba, this. But Abba, do you need? Now, the professor was eating his heart out the whole flight. How could it be that me, professor, university, Harvard, Binghamton, whatever, Jahannam, whatever university he's in, I'm running the place, but my son is a little monkey. Keeps asking for stuff. Turned me into his pet. And this rabbi, maybe he makes $500 a week. His son is serving him with joy. How could it be? You're eating his heart out. At the end of the flight, he says, listen, Rabbi, I have to give it to you. You've trained your son well. What do you mean? Look, the whole plane, the whole ride, I'm watching it. My son is asking for stuff. Your son is giving you stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. How did you do it? He says, no, Pashut, it's not that I trained. It's that there's a difference. You told your son that we all came from monkeys. Your son believes you because you're his father. Every son believes his father. So your son says that, you know what, Abba, if we came from monkeys, that means that you are closer to the monkey than I am, which means that I'm more advanced than you. Therefore, you should serve me. We, on the other hand, believe in HaShem. We believe in God. We believe that God created man. And then man was the top creation, mamash, made from the hands of HaShem. And we've been going down lower and lower each and every generation, unfortunately. Nonetheless, each generation that's past us, that's before us, is closer to the original. It's closer to Moshe Rabbeinu. It's closer to Rabbi Akiva. It's closer to Kodesh. It's closer to Mount Sinai. Therefore, it's greater. So my son serves me because I'm closer. I'm closer to the best. Your son thinks you're closer to a monkey. So the reason why we have a generation of people that are dying to be monkeys. Dying to be monkeys. Why? Because if tell somebody that God exists, that means I have to listen to what He says. And if I have to listen to what He says, then it means I need to know what He says. And if I need to know what He says, that means I have to spend time away from the things that are my desires. Away from baseball and football and all the different desires that people have. Which means it's obligating me. It's obligating me to change. It's obligating me to improve. It's obligating me to be not a monkey. And that's why people don't want to do it. It has nothing to do with monkeys or monkeys. All it has to do is with our yetzara, our desires of how we don't know how to control ourselves and how we refuse to improve. But that's also why the Torah began with the word Bereshit. Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning of creation, Hashem created the heaven and the earth. Why does it say the beginning? The Ramban says the beginning means with wisdom. With wisdom. Beginning means with wisdom. If you use a little wisdom, you'll understand that it's impossible for us to come from monkey. And the reason why is because, simply put, if there was just 5 steps between the monkey and us, let's say there was 5 steps from the monkey and us, every single creation to be able to mutate, that means it has to be self-sufficient. That means it has to have sustainability power. That's to survive, which means that at every given time from point A to point B, C, D, and E, A and B, it exists at the same time. For B to become C, A still has to exist because it's self-sustaining. It's fine. It's strong enough. It can't just disappear because it has to have enough time to mutate, which means, for argument's sake, that if the 5-step process actually was real, we'd still have all the steps. Or at the very least, at least a few of the middle. All we have today is the monkey and the person that's trying to be a monkey. Not being a monkey. Be a Jew.